talk about multi-party democracy in the country, one would talk about the Constitution 2010 that Kenyans continue to enjoy today, that brought about freedom of expression, freedom of demonstration, freedom to picket. And these are all largely attributed to the man Raila Odinga. As you can see, those are live images with the military taking over and Raila Odinga's supporters as they wait for KQ flight 203, which is regarded to be the most tracked flight today, as Kenyans wait for KQ flight 203 to touch base with the remains of former Prime Minister Raila Odinga, who, according to Prime Cabinet Secretary and the Kenyan delegation that left the country to Mumbai, confirmed that they are on their way back home with the remains of the fallen statesman Raila Odinga. As you can see, those are images of supporters who are sad. Our reporter, senior reporter Chris Thairu, is outside JKIA with the supporters. Good morning, Chris Thairu. We can see in the images that we get from the airport where you are supporters of Raila Odinga. They are mourning a man they loved, a man they called Baba, the man they say fought for the country. Chris Thairu, just what's the mood like where you are?
Well, a very good morning to you, Dennis Aseto, back in studio. It is a somber mood here at the JKIA. Actually, I'm at the main entrance, and there's so much activities happening here, and there are so many people that are streaming here, coming to receive the remains of the Right Honorable Raila Amolo Odinga. And the plane that is carrying the remains of the late Right Honorable Raila Odinga will be expected to jet in at the JKIA from 8:30 a.m. and we have information that already they are on air, and we'll be expecting by 8:30 they will be here. And of course, the plan is that President William Ruto will be expected to arrive at the JKIA at around 8 a.m. That's some few minutes from now, and he will be at hand leading the government delegation to receive the remains of Raila Odinga. That's some of the officials, government officials that are getting to the airport to be at hand to receive the remains of Right Honorable Raila Odinga. And there are so many supporters. They have been arriving here from 6 a.m. They have been arriving with different types of, there are those who walked to the airport. There are those who used the buses, just hiring buses to ensure that they are here. And security is tight. On this other end, there's so much activities. The officers are getting a brief, as my cameraman B Water is just showing. There's a brief that is happening. We have the administration police and officials, of course, from the National Youth Service, just to ensure that security is tight and briefed. And from here, of course, when the remains will be received by President William Ruto, from here it will head direct to Lee Funeral, and then from there it will the procession will head to State House. Then from State House, then it will head to Parliament buildings, and the Parliament, that's where members of the National Assembly and the Senate will have an opportunity to view the remains of the Right Honorable Raila Odinga. And from there, the remains will go back to Lee, waiting for tomorrow, where tomorrow, as you correctly put it, Dennis Aseto, already the Interior CS Kipchumba Murkomen has already declared tomorrow to be a public holiday, just to honor the man, the enigma, a man who in Kenyan politics has been known for many years and decades. And from there, of course, tomorrow we expect that prayer at the national, at the Nyayo National Stadium, where there will be a national prayer, which of course will be led by the president. and from there, then the program is that the remains will head to his current residence for a night vigil. Then from there, that's on Saturday, the remains will be heading to Kisumu and Siaya, where, of course, the residents of Kisumu and Siaya will get an opportunity to view the remains of the Right Honorable Raila Odinga before now on Sunday, where we'll be expecting that he'll be interred at his Oponda farm in Siaya County, that is in Bondo. And Aseto, so much activity is happening here. We'll be expecting that, as I correctly put it, the president will and his delegation will be expected here at around 8 or 8 there, so because the remains will be expected to land at the JKIA at around 8:30. Aseto, that is the plan so far. I'm not alone. I'm with my colleague Vera Mora, she's on the other end, and of course there are so much activities in regards to the military trying to prepare the hearse that will be carrying the remains of Raila Odinga, and it will be a state funeral, as the president had already indicated. And the funeral committee is being led by the deputy president, that is Professor Kithure Kindiki, and yesterday they had a briefing indicating all the plans that they have, stating that all the plans are already in way, and what we'll just be waiting is for the remains, and the security, of course, is tight, Dennis Aseto. For now, that's what's happening at the main entrance of the JKIA. So much activities, but we'll be expecting that my colleague Vera Mura on the other end, she will, of course, be telling our viewers what's happening. And the ODM party, the leadership, of course, they are having a press briefing at Agel Hotel, which is not very far from the JKIA, and the ODM fraternity will, of course, be led by Gladys Wanga, who's the chairperson of ODM, and, of course, the Homa Bay governor. And from there, they will be heading this procession from here, from Agel Hotel, and through here, JKIA, and ready to receive the remains of the Right Honorable Raila Odinga. Dennis Aseto.
Thank you, Thairu, for that report as we wait for the flight that is